The name Michael Jordan is synonymous with greatness, not just in basketball but in sports as a whole. He's called the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and his legacy transcends generations. But what truly made him so special? What made this guy have 8 playoff games with 50-plus points, more than Kobe, LeBron, and Wilt Chamberlain combined? What made him have more games scoring 40-plus points than games with fewer than 20? And why did most of his opponents in the 90s fear him? Today, we're diving deep into his career, his numbers, the stories, and the impact that turned Michael Jordan into a global icon. Michael Jeffrey Jordan was born on February 17, 1963, in Brooklyn, New York. However, his family soon moved to Wilmington, North Carolina, where he grew up. Jordan was the fourth of 5 children in a close-knit family. His mother, Dolores, instilled in him the value of hard work, while his father, James, encouraged his competitive spirit. During his time at Laney High School, Jordan showed promise in multiple sports. However, in his sophomore year, he was cut from the varsity basketball team. That moment changed everything for him. Instead of giving up, he used that rejection as fuel to become the best. By his senior year, he was a local star, drawing the attention of top colleges. He ultimately chose the University of North Carolina, UNC, where he quickly made a name for himself under legendary coach Dean Smith. Jordan arrived at UNC in 1981 as a promising talent, but not yet the superstar. Under Coach Smith's system, he learned the importance of teamwork and honed his basketball IQ. In 1982, as a freshman, he hit the game-winning shot in the NCAA championship game against Georgetown, led by Patrick Ewing. That shot was a preview of what was to come. By 1984, he was the College Player of the Year, and everyone knew he was ready for the NBA. In the 1984 NBA Draft, Jordan was selected 3rd overall by the Chicago Bulls, behind Hakeem Olajuwon and Sam Bowie. Some questioned whether the Bulls could maximize his potential, especially since the team had been struggling for years. But Jordan was determined to change that, and he did. From his very first game, he took the league by storm. As a rookie, he averaged 28.2 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 5.9 assists per game, earning the Rookie of the Year award. Jordan wasn't just a scorer, he was a complete player, excelling on both ends of the floor. In the 1986 playoffs, he dropped 63 points against the Boston Celtics, a team widely regarded as one of the best in history. Even though the Bulls lost, Jordan made it clear that he was different. Larry Bird summed it up best: that was God disguised as Michael Jordan. Despite facing tough competition from powerhouse teams like the Celtics and the Detroit Pistons, Jordan continued to evolve into the most dominant player in the league. By 1991, he and the Bulls had finally overcome their biggest obstacles. They defeated the Pistons, who had tormented them for years, and won their first championship by beating Magic Johnson and the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. This victory marked the beginning of a dynasty. Between 1991 and 1993, the Bulls won 3 consecutive titles, with Jordan being named Finals MVP each time. After a brief retirement in 1993, he returned in 1995 and by 1996, led the Bulls to a historic 72-win season, a record that stood for 2 decades until the Golden State Warriors broke it in 2016. From 1996 to 1998, Jordan and the Bulls won another 3 straight championships. His most iconic moment came in the 1998 Finals when he hit the game-winning shot against the Utah Jazz to secure his 6th title. Jordan wasn't just a basketball player, he was a cultural icon. His partnership with Nike created the legendary Air Jordan sneakers, which revolutionized both basketball and fashion. In 1992, he was the centerpiece of the Dream Team, regarded as the greatest team ever assembled in any sport. That team introduced basketball to a global audience and cemented the NBA as an international phenomenon. By the end of his career, Jordan's stats were unparalleled. An average of 30.1 points per game in the regular season and 33.4 in the playoffs, both the highest in NBA history. He was a 5-time MVP, a 10-time All-NBA first-team selection, a 9-time All-Defensive first-team member, and a 6-time Finals MVP. He led the league in scoring for 10 seasons, a record that remains unmatched. Michael Jordan wasn't just the best player of his era. He changed basketball, business, and culture forever. His legacy will live on as long as the game of basketball exists.